What is going on, you guys? This is Spydeco64 back here once again with yet another NASCAR 1/64 scale diecast review. And all right, guys, so this was not originally supposed to be the first race win diecast of the season. Now, if you've been paying attention to my community tab, you would have known that I got a little bit of a defect William Byron Daytona 500 win. Now, I do want to go ahead and kind of provide an update on that. I was able to get refunded, to get my money refunded, and I am currently in the process of waiting to return it to the seller, and all that sort of stuff. But however, though, I am here to report this Kyle Larson Las Vegas win diecast. It's good. So there's no defects as far as I can see with this car. So it probably seems like I probably just caught a bug. That's probably just it. I just caught a bug with the diecast, and well, it's kind of unfortunate how that goes, but what you gonna do? But anyhow, anyways, though, we are here today though to begin the first 2024 race win diecast right here, and it is on Kyle Larson's number 5 HendrickCars.com Las Vegas win 2024 Camaro ZL1. And also, this is the die-cast metal chassis version. So for any of you that are wondering, wait, the shipment report says that this is supposed to come out in November. And you'd be correct. It is supposed to come out in November. However, though, I decided to go ahead and jump on this and to get the die-cast metal chassis version. Now, if I had to expect anything, we'll probably also have and actually this is probably something that I'll just outright say, but for these race win versions, I am going to basically try to see if I can get the die-cast metal chassis version first, and then basically kind of go from there, because I mean, hey, if it's out already, then why not get it? But anyhow, anyways, though, so here is the packaging itself. Now, on the William Byron version, for some reason, it was the blue version. So, for example, I do have a 2024 Cup boxes from A.J. Allmendinger that we took a look back at a couple weeks back. And you can see right here, it is in blue. But for Hendrick Motorsports, since this is the 40th anniversary of this organization, as of course you can see right here for yourself, it has the Hendrick 40th anniversary logo. Now, I'm pretty sure that all the rest of the Hendrick releases will have this in some way, shape, or form. Have to imagine that. Now, I will go ahead and influence this. This isn't going to be the only Hendrick Motorsports race win versions we'll be looking at this year. So far, I have planned out we're gonna have a look at this one, and then once eventually Kyle Larson's Brickyard 400 win comes out, we'll have a look at that. And then also we'll have a look at William Byron's Martinsville win and his Daytona 500 win, depending on how if I get a good version of that. We'll see about that. And then Chase Elliott's his Texas win, and then Alex Bowman's Chicago win, and then and then also at the same time as well, the Hendrick Cars the number 17 race win version also as well. So that's also something that I also want to go ahead and say, because I'm pretty sure they are coming out, Larson and Elliott's race win versions, when they won it in the 17 HendrickCars.com paint scheme. But so here's just, again, quick look at the box, but I just want to go ahead and just preference that. There's a QR code if you want to scan that. I don't know what that will do. Well, I'll probably have a look at that later, but anyways, here is the car itself. And for the 4th straight year in a row, HendrickCars.com has returned to be the primary sponsor for Kyle Larson. Now Kyle Larson, of course, I think actually it is appropriate that we have a look at Larson here first, because he probably is most likely going to be the 2024 champion. Maybe we'll have to kind of see how he does. Of course, you know, as the time I'm recording this video, he has 5 wins so far this year. He has won 4 times in the HendrickCars.com scheme. Well, he's won 3 times in this one. I mean 4 times with the sponsor. Of course, he's won Vegas, Kansas, the Brickyard, and then, no, Sonoma, that was in the Valvoline car, and then also he won at the Brickyard. So that's also something that I want to go ahead and point out. So yeah, there you go. But anyways, though, as I said before, here is the HendrickCars.com scheme. And now, while I'm not a fan, I will say this, I'm not as big as a fan of Hendrick Motorsports as I used to be, really anymore, since, because I've had Dale Jr., my favorite driver is, all-time favorite driver is Dale Jr., and I kind of, again, I'm not that big of a fan of Hendrick Motorsports much anymore. However, though, I'm still a sucker for this HendrickCars.com scheme. It is really, again, just such a... It's an iconic scheme that, honestly, really, Kyle Larson is making this scheme his own. Honestly, he is just making this paint scheme his own. And honestly, I do like it how they don't change it at all. Because this is Kyle Larson's paint scheme. Now, they have run this paint scheme in other series. Of course, they've run it in the trucks. And also in the ARCA series, that one dude, Corey Day, or something like that. Of course, Raja Caruth runs this in the trucks. And then also they've run this in the number 17 Hendrick car with the number 17 for Hendrick Motorsports in the Xfinity series. But if you ask me, this is Kyle Larson's paint scheme. It's just, again, it's so cool. Honestly, really do love it. And again, I hope they don't change the scheme. Well, unless Kyle Larson does eventually pick up some sponsorship from outside investors that aren't related to Hendrick, then maybe it could be time just to put this paint scheme to the side and then have that new era for Kyle Larson sort of begin. Because I kind of think of this maybe as the first, like, because with Jeff Gordon, of course, you had the rainbow flames and all that sort of stuff. You had the rainbow and then the flames, so that's what I'm trying to say here. All right, let's not waste any more time. I'm kind of rambling on. Let's just get ahead to the sponsors. So on the windshield, you got Chevy, and then you got Larson. You got HendrickCars.com on the hood. Here's the Chevy Camaro front end, which is, it might not be perfect, but hey, it's better than the William Byron one that I have. So that I will just say for sure. All right, I'll stop talking about that. Number 5, HendrickCars.com. You got the little swoosh thing going right there. You got Goodyear NASCAR Cup Series. You have the gold gunmetal gray rims for the Goodyear Eagles. Number 5, HendrickCars.com. Hiring technicians. I've seen some guy on this channel, on this particular platform, getting pissed off by looking at that. I think that person thought it was hiring technicians for NASCAR. I'm pretty sure that's for like just regular automotive stuff. And that's a bit of an oopsie. You got Kyle Larson. That's a bit crooked. But I mean, I wouldn't be mad if it wasn't like particularly noticeable. God, that William Byron was just, oh, it was terrible. So you got the race winner sticker. And then you got the rest of the Hendrick contingency sponsors. And interesting how Cincinnati Incorporated hasn't really sponsored much Hendrick. You got Valvoline, 40th anniversary for Hendrick Motorsports. Number 5, hiring tech, Larson, HendrickCars.com. And then you see HendrickCars.com back there. Valvoline, number 5, ZL1. Here's the other side of the car. And then here's the underneath of it. Now again, this is the die-cast metal chassis version. So to kind of sort of explain, maybe because, so I think, I'm trying to see if I can make a sound, so to kind of emphasize that this is, and then here's the regular one. You see the sound it makes? So the plastic one, you can tell this is plastic. And then this one, you can tell it's metal. And yeah, and all that sort of stuff. So, now again, what is unfortunate is that for these die-cast metal chassis versions, it does suck that we no longer have the rubber tires. I really wish we could have that again. Hell, I would honestly prefer a premium line where the hood opens and the deck lid opens, but it's like, no, we're never gonna get that ever. So since this is a race wind version, let's go ahead and have a look at the race wind damage. Now, since this is a Kyle Larson race wind version, this thing isn't all beat up to hell, because most of Kyle Larson's wins don't really have that. Well, some of them do, but not most of them. So of course you can see here, since this is a race win version, this has a big ass, this visor is so freaking big. Well, they were racing at Vegas, and it does get pretty sunny in the direction they go to for 3 and 4. It does get pretty sunny, so I can kind of understand why they put that, just so it can block the view. Of course, you got the hood vents right here. Here is the front end, which looks fairly clean. Well, it does look a bit dirty. Of course, you can see the carbon fiber detail. Then, of course, you can see some more rubber buildup. There's more rubber buildup there, right there. Then here is the confetti. Now, there is going to be another Las Vegas one coming out. That is for the Winter Circle line, and there's a bunch of confetti on the front here. But as, of course, you can see here, it's kind of minimum. And honestly, I thought it was going to be a lot more confetti. But I saw this, I'm like, oh, it doesn't have too much confetti. So that's why I kind of bought it. So, of course, you can see more confetti on the side. Because you can tell this because he parked in Victory Lane, and the confetti piles onto this side a little bit more. But all fine and dandy. See more confetti on the windshield, or on the back windshield. You see more on there. See more on the spoiler, looking really nice. And oh, you got a bit of some damage right here, right there. And there's some dirt on this side. The bumper looks fairly clean. Well, you got a little bit of a scratch there, so. But for the most part, this is a fairly clean race win version, and not much confetti. It kind of is. It's kind of as a world as a it's good as a good bit of both worlds. You got some race win damage. It's a bit of a clean die cast. Well, it's not, and you got some confetti. Perfect car. Really, honestly, really good car overall. Overall things considered. Now, that's pretty much it for this review. And also, by the way, since I have said that we are getting ready for the next Xfinity review. Whoa, look at what we have here. Damn, look at this thing. Look at this thing. That's beat up all the hell. Honestly, this might deserve a review of its own, but no, we're not going to do that. But here is Austin Heel. I don't call him Austin Hill. I call him Austin Heel. Yeah, I'll just pray that Riley Herbst didn't get punched in the face by Austin Hill today. But there you go, guys. That's the first race win version of the year. Now, I did want to go ahead and just say this right off the bat. Put a really quick disclaimer. This is the die-cast metal chassis versions. The standard edition will come out later next month. So just want to say this right now, guys. If you don't see it like on Circle B or any of your die-cast dealers, that is the reason why. But if you are wanting to get the die-cast metal chassis version, or you want this race win version early, get the die-cast metal chassis versions right away. So there you go. Now again, this isn't going to be the only Kyle Larson race win version we're going to be looking at. I'm really excited to have a look at the Brickyard version. That's going to be pretty damn cool. And all that sort of stuff. And of course, yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. But anyways, guys, here's the official first start of the 2024 race win version diecast. And let's hope it's going to be a good year, because so far it's already been a rough start already, but we'll go from there. Anyways, though, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.